Good afternoon and welcome back to Lit Lane. I am Demetra Lit All Day. This is the Demetra Lit All Day channel, and you're tuned in to the second installment of Trial Watch with Demetra. That would be me. Before we get started on this and before we can begin, let me go ahead and stop and thank everybody in advance for doing all of the right things. If you're new here and you don't know exactly what the right things is, let me tell you. Please like this video. Please comment. If you're in the chat, please engage. Good afternoon, Shyrock King. Hey, Winter POP, hold me down. Thank you for joining. Make sure you like this video, okay? You guys have been doing great on the replay action. If you catch the replay of this, please like the video and please drop down in the comment section and let me know you was here. Let me, I didn't close this window. Let me close this window. I always got to do something. Let me see. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, move. All right. So, as you guys know, if you've been following along with me, we have started our second trial watch. Okay, this is the state of Ohio versus Quinton NIXON out there in Akron, Ohio on June 5th, 2021. The defendant is accused of unaliving. This is the defendant here, Quinton NIXON. He stands accused of the unaliving of one Miss Toni Westover. As the story goes, and what's being alleged is that he got into a tussle with the victim, Toni Westover, at a residence where it was multiple people, about 7, 8 people, doing drugs, methamphetamines, marijuana, different things. And the defendant got into an altercation with the victim, which led to him taking her gun out of her purse and shooting her with it, allegedly. He has not been convicted yet. One of the reasons that really wanted us, the two standout things about this trial, right? Besides the crime, besides the defendant and the victim, the two standout points why I picked this trial is, number one, the defendant has chosen to act as his own attorney. Thank you, Shyrock. I've been doing them, Shyrock King, the daily affirmations. I just came back, I've been back a month, and I started back the affirmations. I get in a couple of them a week. I try to get in a couple a week. It'll get more regular. So the two standout points about this case, is number one, be mindful, be reminded that Quinton has decided to be his own attorney. Okay, he has decided to be pro se, act as his own attorney. Not only did he decide to act as his own attorney, he has made the decision and elected to have a bench trial. Okay, for my true crime and my trial watches, you know that a bench trial means that he has opted out of being judged by a jury of his peers and has put his fate in the outcome of this squarely in the judge's hand. Okay, so the judge alone is hearing this case that he's presenting himself and gonna decide his fate. Let me share this live. I went ahead and went live. I know people live right now, but I'm already falling behind. I don't intend on coming on this late with this, but it is what it is, and it's about consistency and making sure I don't miss a day. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully over the weekend, it is my goal, my intentions over the weekend to get this first few days of the trial squared away with my downloads and all this and that. And that way, when we start Monday, it'll be rolling real smoothly. That's my intentions. Now, in real time, this trial is still going on. In real time, they're on day 4. Okay? On Trial Watch with Demetra, we on day 1. If you didn't catch part 1, it's under my lives, and I also did a playlist. On day 1, part 1, what we heard was the 911 calls. That's mainly what we heard. The opening statement from the defense, prosecution, the opening statements from the defense, and the 911 calls. And that's what we're going to pick up today. Now, what I want to do before I go ahead and start the testimony, the actual testimony for today, what I would like to do is go ahead, and I'm going to do this each time, and play the news clip just as a reminder so everybody can be on one accord, refresh your memory. So let's do that. We're going to start off with a news clip, and then we're going to get into the state's witness number 2. The first one was with the 911 call. Today we're going to hear the state witness number 2, which was the police, and we're going to see the body cam footage. Very, very, very interesting, okay? But this is a news clip regarding the whole situation. So we're going to jump into that. Please hit the like. Winter, let me know. I see my sound is okay. Let me know
Breaking news alert.
If all the audio okay, please.
Wanted for murder. Breaking at this hour, Akron police just released the details in yet another heartbreaking shooting. Our Kelly Kennedy talked to investigators as well as the family who's desperate to get justice for their loved one.
It's been nearly a month since 34-year-old Tony Westover was shot and killed in cold blood. Akron police have just issued an arrest warrant for QUINTON NIXON. Now, he is armed and dangerous, so if you see him, don't approach him. Just call police.
That day, my whole life was shattered.
This is the man that Akron police believe is responsible for Amy Perry's sister's murder. Take a look. This is 31-year-old QUINTON NIXON. He's 5'11" and weighs about 195 pounds.
She was my best friend. She's the one I call when I want to tell her how life is going or how bad it's going. And now I don't have that, and it's not fair.
Tony's father, Chris Westover, says his daughter's death broke him, and he wants her killer to pay the price.
All I have left is this is my daughter that I can have, and I got to hold for the rest of my life, and you took my daughter's life from me.
Police say the 34-year-old was shot to death at a home on Maryland Avenue on July 25th. Her father believes the suspect police are looking for is connected to his daughter's boyfriend.
I think it was her boyfriend that got her involved in all this.
I discovered Tony's boyfriend, 35-year-old Brian Fielders, was charged with obstructing justice just a few days ago.
I just hope nobody ever has to endure the pain that our family has endured.
The 34-year-old medical assistant leaves behind a 7-year-old daughter.
She loved being a mother. Her daughter was her world.
Now the family just holding out hope that before long, Tony's killer will be behind bars and they can finally start to heal.
It's so hard that every morning we get up and we think about her, and we know she ain't coming home. I get calls from my daughters, they cry. You gotta talk to them, you gotta help them out and help them through it. And it's hard to do. I mean, it's hard even to talk about anymore, because when you get it and you think it's okay, and then you got to worry about, is he going to get caught?
There is a $5,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest. Now again, that man is armed and dangerous, so if you see him, contact Akron Police or Summit County Crime Stoppers.
All right, so it's easy to see that you can tell that happened. That was one of the newscasters when it very first went down. He, of course, have been caught.
Breaking news alert.
They had to send out the
This
SWAT
man right
team
here,
for him.
wanted
Not the
for
SWAT
murder.
team, child, the SWAT team. But, of course, he's been apprehended. Time has passed, and they are now in the midst of this trial. The state of Ohio versus QUINTON NIXON. We want to always show respect to the victims of these crimes. And make sure that we handle this like it's a family out there that lost a loved one. So definitely rest in peace, Tony Westover of Akron, Ohio, and our condolences go out to their family. Now, we already heard first witness. We heard opening statements. We heard from both parties. We heard the first witness play the 911 tapes. Now we're getting into almost into the meat and potatoes, okay? So this next portion, we're finna start off with the state prosecuting team, right? They have on the state, they just calling up there the first police officer, well, a second police officer, but this is the one who pulled up and have the body cam footage. And they picked up, this was the next witness after the 911 dispatcher. So that's what we're getting into now. Y'all please hit the like and let's get this started.
So much better, thank you. Let's start
All
again.
right.
Can you please state your name for the record, spell your last name?
It's Officer Jordan Costy. Last name is Costy.
Trial watch
And
with
where do you work?
Demetra.
The Akron Police Department.
And how long have you been with the police department?
About 3 years.
And what is your current assignment?
Midnight shift patrol.
When you are working, do you wear a uniform as you are now?
Yes, sir.
Do you patrol in a marked cruiser with operating lights, sirens, and insignia?
Yes, sir.
And when you first joined the police department, did you go through a police academy?
Yes.
And did you have any prior law enforcement or military experience?
No.
Are you currently a state certified recognized law enforcement officer in Ohio?
Yes.
As a patrol officer, what do your duties include?
Take routine calls, reports, enforce laws, enforce traffic, criminal code.
All the normal stuff of a police
Yes.
officer?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you work a regular shift?
Yes.
Now, back in 2022, in June of 2022, what shift was that?
I believe I was on 7 p.m. to 3 a.m.
And was there a normal area of town that you worked in?
No, I was a fill car at that point, so I would be assigned wherever they needed me.
Okay. And when you were working, were you normally with same partner most nights?
No. No.
Is that just because you were in the fill car?
Yes.
All right.
You knew.
When you are working, do you have operating body camera?
Yes.
And just since we're here, just for the court, where does that camera actually fit?
Right here on the front of my chest, actually, where the holder is.
Okay. And back in June of 22, was that camera in proper working order?
Yes.
And it recorded your interactions with the public and how you responded to calls?
Yes.
So I want to take you to June 5th of 2022, approximately 10 o'clock at night. Did you have were you dispatched to a shots fired call?
Yes.
And do you remember where it was the shots were fired?
I believe it was on 10th Street in Kenmore.
Okay. And is that location in Akron, Summit County, Ohio?
Yes.
Okay. Were you given a description of the person or vehicle involved?
Yes, we were.
And did you find that vehicle or person?
Yes, we did.
And do you recall where that was?
Yeah, so we actually located the suspect and the vehicle at Circle K on Kenmore Boulevard.
Okay. And is that location also in Akron, Summit County, Ohio?
Yes, it is.
And you said you located that individual.
Yes.
First off, do you see that individual in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Can you point him out, describe what he is wearing?
Right here, he's wearing an orange jumpsuit, glasses.
Okay. Record can reflect identification of the defendant, Your Honor.
The record will so reflect.
So when you actually made contact, well, let me ask. When you made contact with Mr. Nixon, was all of your interactions with him recorded on your body camera?
Yes, they were.
Have you had a chance to review your body camera of your response in that incident that night?
Yes, I did.
And did it accurately record your interactions with Mr. Nixon and how you responded to the scene?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would move to play what will be first marked as State's Exhibit 4, portion of Officer Costy's body cam responding to the...
All right, getting right into this body cam
Circle K
footage.
example.
These are the first officers to make contact with the defendant once the 911 calls was placed, shots fired.
All right, hold on. Stop it, Mr. Barrett.
Objection, Your Honor. I would like the whole video to be played in its entirety.
Okay, let's not forget that right now who's making the objection
Go ahead, Mr. Barrett.
is the defendant. He's his own attorney.
Let me... In that case, Your Honor.
That's who just objected, was the defendant, Quinton Nixon. He's pro se. Hey, Levon, welcome. We just started this body
apologize.
cam footage.
That is a separate access for the entire video. But I can do that and then download it at the appropriate time.
It's fine.
As this begins, Officer Costi,
Yes.
Since this is approximately 1 hour,
Mhm.
when your body cam is activated, does it initially have audio?
No.
Okay, is that something that turns on after a period of time?
Yeah, so when we originally turn our body cameras on, it goes back, I believe, 30 seconds, and that doesn't record audio, just video.
Okay. And then in the course of your response to that incident, when you are not interacting with suspect or public, are you able to turn off the audio?
Yes.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Bird. Thank you for joining.
While we're in this silent portion, does this appear to be your body cam?
Yes.
And so you would be sitting in the passenger side of the cruiser?
Yes, I was on that night.
Thank you.
First officers to make contact with the defendant. Body cam footage.
Once again. Just for the record, I paused this at 38 seconds, Your Honor, because the audio should be turned on.
Hey, Kurt Vixen, just right on time. First, we're just getting into this body cam footage.
Hey, go ahead, I'm 13 now. $17. We'll have one male in custody at this time. There's a firearm in this vehicle. Great. John David William, 7921.
Copy.
Who's with this dude?
1-5.
Who's with him?
1-5. We're gonna be out.
Yeah, you were driving. I know. You lean against this car right here for me, and don't move. Well, I got to figure that out because. All right.
Just chill out.
She real friendly.
Hey, can someone just keep an eye on her? She was in the car too.
She did nothing wrong.
All right. Well, as long if I figure that out, then she'll be on her way.
I understand that's your job, but I'm telling you, my dog's in the back seat on the floor. Just to let you know. She's not aggressive.
Hey, Miss Me. Thank you for joining us.
All right.
She's just laying back here. Yeah.
I didn't get to get a good search of this vehicle. I just grabbed this, so.
Mm-hmm. 2237. You can cancel. Got it.
I'm going to pause right quick. LaVon say her attitude is kind of stank. I would assume you're talking about the police officer. And to me, I feel the exact opposite. I feel like to say that she responding to shots fired from multiple people, and they literally got a description of the vehicle. So that's why they pulled up on this car, right? And if y'all notice, and they're going to rewind it, but if y'all notice, as soon as she went to the car, she looked immediately in the car, and she found a big ass AR rifle, assault rifle, right? So to me, I think she really being friendly. I would have thought that she would have had his ass on the ground, and that woman on the ground. Just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? We went in. I'm seeing y'all comments, y'all chats. You know, yesterday doing opening statements, I didn't want to stop too much, but today, you know, we just working our way through this testimony. You know, hey, Connie Chung. Okay, Connie, it was just an hour. All right, thank you for coming through. All right. Let's get this started. Back up. Uh-oh.
About what? Okay. Can you step over for a second? Sorry. I just want to unload this. I don't want it, you know.
Anybody else route slow down? We need a unit to check that 31110. Copy, units responding to Kenmore, slow down. Any unit to check 2226 10th Street.
Y'all hear unload that big ass gun?
Kenmore, check out 10th. Copy.
Here, do you want to double check this?
Is that a Draco? I'm red.
No, it's an AK-47.
All right, thanks, man.
Regular.
All right.
No switch on it.
Yeah, search it. It was in plain view, and he has an open container anyway. The wine bottle in the back seat.
Okay, so it's muted on their end. It's not our end. It's not my end. Okay, so it muted itself at the end. Welcome to Lit Lane. This is Trial Watch with Demetra, State of Ohio versus Quinton Nixon. This body of footage was from June 5th, 2021, the date of the crime. Quinton Nixon is accused of shooting and unaliving his victim, Tony Westover, allegedly his victim.
Approximately timestamp 4 minutes, 15 seconds. Do you recall if you still had the audio going at this point since you were processing the firearm?
I don't believe so. It looked like I hit it to go blue, so to turn the audio off.
Okay, so we're watching the body cam footage of when the cops first made contact. Hey, Livin, thank you for turning it on. Hey, Diamond, I saw you say you was at Legoland. Y'all have a good time. Hey, Jaya. You made it again, girl. Well, I think it's going to turn out to be 2 weapons inside that car. But the biggest, I have to wait to see because I'll be perusing it. But I watch it kind of really with y'all. And I think I heard in the opening statements something about 2 guns. A handgun, and then most notably, the assault weapon. So again, at the bottom to the left there, in the orange, is the defendant and also serving as his own attorney. They call that pro se. Quinton Nixon. June 5th, 2021, they're alleging that he shot and unalived Tony Westover up at the top. 34-year-old mother of a daughter that she left behind. He is claiming not guilty. He's claiming he putting on the in the opening statements he talked about self-defense, stand your ground. Again, they're in Ohio. This is the body cam footage of the first officers to make contact with him after receiving the 911 shots fired call. This is only part 2 of the trial watch, you guys. We did part 1 yesterday. If you're just now joining us and you're interested, it's a playlist, and you look under the lives, you'll be able to catch part 1, so you can be caught up on everything, like Connie doing. Thank y'all for joining. Hit the like for me, please. Yeah, but that open container, you know, As soon as she saw that, because remember she went to the vehicle first, and even though she responded to a car like he is from the being described, what gave her the right to look in there when she just peered in there, that open container and that big old gun on the seat, immediately give her probable cause. Like immediately. She literally took the gun off the front seat. It wasn't hidden. I don't know why this body cam quiet. I mean mute.
Your Honor, if I may, I know that the court, when he objected, said to play it, but for the purposes
I don't know, LeVon.
expediency, if the state may play its clips, I understand that Mr. Nixon may wish the whole video played, but he would also have opportunity, if relevant, to do so during his presentation. The state, would not object to the authenticity of the video at that time, so that Officer Costi does not need to be present.
Well,
Because the whole video is an hour, and the vast majority is silent.
play them as you choose to, and then Mr. Nixon can choose to play the whole thing if he wants to.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, Your Honor, at this time, while the video has been silent, it is stopped at timestamp.
I'm laughing because the defendant,
7 minutes 50.
and he is own attorney, he objected to them playing clips. So right now we got a battle of the lawyering.
So, Officer Costi, first, during the clip that we played earlier, did that accurately reflect when you first approached the vehicle, saw the defendant, as well as saw and secured the gun involved?
Yes.
Did you, and Mr. Nixon was taken into custody after you saw the gun?
Yes.
And did you have opportunity to go back and speak to him?
Yes.
And was that also recorded on your body cam?
Yes, it was.
And was that recording, have you had a chance to review it? Is that recording an accurate recording of your interactions with him?
Yes, it was.
Your Honor, at this time, State would move to play State's Exhibit 5.
You may.
Okay. What's your first name?
Quentin.
Quentin. All right, I'm gonna read you something real quick because you're. Yeah, I'm gonna read you because you're in my custody before I talk to you. Okay. That's why I was telling you to hang on.
No problem. I didn't see you.
He a know it all, huh?
Yeah, you guys know, 10 for 10 more. 2 Shelby.
Not like that.
Copy 10 for 10
Not
more.
like that. Yeah, you were the household up there on Archwood.
58.
Let me read you this real quick, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So after each statement, I need you to say yes or no. I'm gonna ask you if you understand, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Welcome
Do
to
you
Liz
understand
Lane
each of these
Global
rights that I've
Vibes. Thank you for
explained them to yes or
subscribing.
no?
Yes, ma'am.
Having these rights in mind, do you wish to speak with me? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's the deal? Like, what happened?
Nothing for real. Everything that you see in that car is fine. She had no idea of it.
Okay. AK's yours. All the ammo in the back.
Yeah, the ammo in the
trunk,
back.
the
The
bag,
AK I bought off the street.
Okay.
I got my old powders. I know I shouldn't have bought that K off the street, but I bought that K off the street.
Okay.
I don't know what's on it.
Good question, LeVon.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know.
Well, it didn't come back stolen.
I know because I know the woman that called me about it. She wanted to buy it back. But
have you ever been charged with convicted of a felony or anything like that?
I was back when I was before 18, but I had my own powders. I was a licensed security officer.
Okay.
I know better.
All right. So here's the deal. We got a couple. So where's the deal? We got a couple calls, okay, off of 10th Street. All right. So is this your friend, girlfriend? Who's that?
She's my recently new girlfriend.
Okay. So.
And I know she's been in trouble, but she has nothing to do with it. I was just protecting her and her mom because they were getting threats.
All right. So that's what I'm going to ask you. So new girlfriend said that you guys were on 10th Street, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we got the shots fired call from 10th Street.
Okay.
Okay. So what happened at her mom's house then?
It was just people pulling up. You know what I'm saying? I didn't recognize cars, tinted windows, and stuff like that. And I let shots off, and not in any direction because I know I'm in the residential area.
Did you point him up? Did you point him down?
Yes, ma'am. I pointed him up.
Pointed him up.
Yeah, it was me.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It was me. I let those shots off.
Okay. How many rounds do you think you fired?
Like 5, maybe 5 or 6.
Think 5?
It was only 23 in there.
Okay.
Yeah, 273. She trying to get her kids back. She don't need none of this shit. So whatever it is, it's my fault.
What is it, Quentin?
273 94 7026. I have a misdemeanor warrant for my arrest.
Okay.
Just let you know. And yeah, she ain't had nothing to do with it.
So, okay, so like I said, we did get a call, so we also heard shots when we were coming down Kenmore Boulevard, okay? It sounded like a lot more than 5. I'll be honest with you.
Okay, no, it was like 5 or 6.
Okay.
It really wasn't, yeah, and they were all, yeah. I just wanted to scare people off that I thought was, you know.
So what happened? Someone just passed and you thought they were
No,
trying to
it's just a lot. I can't really explain it, you know. It's just.
She said you're going through some shit right now. So I'm just trying to figure out if
Step
someone asked you to say
219.
something.
You're late. Thank you for joining
trying
us.
to come after you or something.
Body
That
cam
thought it was
footage.
them or what? I mean, because you can't fire off warning rounds, okay? I mean, you know that. It's still discharging in the city limits,
still
okay?
discharging the city limits around residential area. I
Correct.
definitely know.
So, what happened after you got done firing
All I know
off
is
the
she
rounds?
wanted to walk to the store. I didn't want to walk to the store. I told her I don't want to walk to the store.
So, did she see you fire shots?
No.
Where was she at?
No. She was nowhere. She was in the car.
Okay. She said she was in her mom's house
She was in the car.
when that happened.
Oh, well, then she might have been in her mom's house. I don't know. All I know is I let a couple shots off in the air just to scare people off.
So,
and we got in the car. I'm like,
so up in the air. Off
it was in the air. I never pointed at anyone.
Where
I
at
know
on
better.
10th? Do you know where her mom
Right at
lives?
the corner.
So right at the corner on 10th?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, she was nowhere to be found. She has nothing to do with it. I'm just saying.
Okay. I'm just trying to see if her story and
I
your
just
story
can't-
line up.
No,
That's
they
all.
do. I just don't want to go to prison.
All right, so listen, here's the deal. She said she was in her mom's house whenever you let shots off.
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
you're saying she was in the car. All
No,
right,
I'm not
so-
saying she was in the car. I was saying we were getting in the car. We were supposed to go to the store. She did go up on the porch. And
So
talk
what
to
did
her
you do
mom.
with the gun after you're done shooting?
I had it. That's why.
Yeah, but what did you do with it? Like, did you set it down? Did
No,
you
I put it
it
on
in
my
the car?
person. Put it on my person, and then I.
That big ass gun you put in your pocket?
Yeah, would you like me to show you how? No. I was raised in Florida.
I'm just asking you.
No, I'm
So
telling
you put it in your pocket and then
Yeah,
what?
it was
Got
in
back in the
my
car?
pocket. It was in my pants.
Oh, you
It
put
was
it in your
considered.
pants.
Enough to shoot his own leg off.
That was my fault.
Okay, so you put it back in your pants and then what? Got back in the car? Did you go back in her mom's? What
No,
happened?
I put it in my pocket.
Okay.
She didn't know about it, and then we pulled up here. And then,
Okay.
She
Yeah, I mean,
asked-
someone called and gave your exact description of that car.
yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
I mean, wasn't
I'm
hiding.
not trying to bullshit you. Like
No,
I
I
said, I mean,
know.
we even heard them. So, I
No,
mean, I knew you
I'm-
probably
I'm-
had something in there. I mean, that's just...
For sure.
And I appreciate you being honest
No,
about it.
I can't do anything but tell the truth. It's
Okay, so you don't think you've ever been convicted of a
Hey,
felony
the
or anything
podcast.
like that?
No,
Be
I
second
know that I
podcast.
went to Florida, got convicted for robbing people and all that other shit, but I turned my life around
Okay.
and all that other shit.
And then what's been going on lately? You've
Adjudication
just been
withheld.
having problems or what?
No, adjudication withheld.
Yeah.
I had my license. I used to work up here on South Street, up there, Miller and South Street, up there to Save a Lot, licensed security guard. And it's just like, I don't know. It's just like,
Okay, to answer Jay your question, anyone who may be coming in, right now we have the state of Ohio versus the defendant who's talking right now, Quentin Nixon. In June 5th, 2021, it's alleged that Quentin shot and killed. It wasn't his girlfriend, but another lady that was at a house where they was all smoking dope, meth, allegedly. And Quentin and somebody else's girlfriend, the victim, Tony Westover, they got into an altercation, they saying, and during the altercation, that's when he shot and unalived Tony Westover. Okay, and this is in nah, girl, I'm saying, kid, this true crime and trial watch. I you know, So I think it was safe to say we're going to use those type of words. But sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't, child. So that's what's going on. And this was day one of the testimony. This is only the second witness. The first one was the 911 operator. And so this is the officer with the body cam. This is the first contact with the defendant. All right.
You know, just a lot of bullshit. Just people, and they thinking I'm selling drugs, and we just flipped that house and turned the whole house. We made it look real good.
Okay.
And they think I'm out here selling drugs.
Okay. So why? I mean,
Yeah,
what
he's on high right there.
Protection. Okay. I mean, we are at war. They don't want to tell us that. But
so you bought this off of this girl that you kind of know?
No, not her.
No, the gun.
No, I bought it off of a guy that got locked up for a revolver. I gave him my revolver, and he gave me that.
Okay.
And I bought ammo and the cartridge for it. I admit to that. I bought it off the street. It was my fault. I shouldn't have discharged it in the air.
Okay. How long ago did you get it?
I couldn't tell you. It's been a year.
Oh, it's been a while?
Not even a year. It's been a year. It's not even a year or two. It's been a year.
Okay. And you just use it for protection. That's why you got it in her
Of
car?
course. My first rifle was a hunting rifle. 14.
Okay. All right.
I apologize. I know I broke the law.
Well, you did, but now we're here, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't expect anything less.
Sure. I mean, I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna treat you like
No,
or anything like that. But I mean, you need to know, like, when we went up there, and I had.
I know she had nothing to do with it. She didn't know anything about it. The ammo in the cars. I got a Mossberg. Yeah, I got a Mossberg in Canton. That's our dog.
Yeah,
all
that's
in the third. Thank you. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Did I hit something? What's going on? Why is that what's going on in the court or what? Let me continue because I ain't hit nothing. I don't understand why we don't see. I don't know. Let me push play because I ain't hit nothing. Let me see. Nah, I ain't hit nothing. Let me see. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I appreciate it. I'm gonna talk with my partner. Okay, I want you to watch your leg here. I'm gonna shut the door. Okay, Quinn?
I think he's trying to push pause or something.
Officer Costi, is that an accurate?
All right, go ahead. You may
is that
proceed.
video inaccurate? Thank you, Your Honor. Of your Can you please state your name for the record and spell your last name? Just one moment. Where do you work?
Hold on a second. Is that microphone blue on there, or is it red?
Can you hear me?
Yes, so much better. Thank you.
Let's start again. Can you please state your name for the record, spell your last name?
It's Officer Jordan Costi.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Costy.
And where do you work?
Wait a minute. Wait. Something weird happened. Oh.
Not like that.
Copy, John.
Not like that. Yeah, you were from the household. Who was in the car. I was saying we were getting in the car. We supposed to go to the store. She did go up on the porch.
Hold on,
273.
what happened?
Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statement.
Yeah, 273. Who was in the car. I was saying we were getting in the car. We supposed to go to the store. She did go up on the porch.
So what did you do with the gun after you're done shooting?
I had it. That's why.
Yeah, but what did you do with it?
Okay, so this is, I don't know what happened. Maybe he just asked her to say that again.
Yeah, I got a Mossberg in Canton.
I'm tripping. That's them tripping in the court.
More than 5. I'll be honest with you.
Okay, no, it was like 5 or 6.
Back?
Yeah, the ammo in the back, the AK I bought off the street.
Hey, room shaker.
I got my old powders. I knew I shouldn't have bought that K off the street, but I bought that K off the street.
Okay.
I don't know what's on it. I'm not going to lie to you, I don't know.
Well, it didn't come back to
I know, because I know the woman that called me about it. She wanted to buy it back. But,
weird happened. Then I didn't mess it up. Hold on, y'all.
Convicted of a felony?
Okay, I got all thrown off when he got thrown off.
Protection.
And when you first joined the police department, did you go to the police academy?
Yes.
And did you have any prior law
Okay.
enforcement?
This is the firearm that we
right
pulled
there.
out of the vehicle.
A regular shift, loaded in.
Sorry, y'all. And then it's like
Does it initially have audio?
No.
And then it pick up correctly.
Not like that.
Copy, John.
Not like that. Yeah, you were from the household up there on Archwood.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing the list.
Now what's been going on?
I just been having so much going on. Room shaker.
Adjudication withheld.
Yeah.
Okay, we saw that part. Okay. Okay, so something weird happened right there, but there you go. Shit.
Thing or whatever.
Yeah, I got a Mossberg in Canton. That's our dog.
Yeah,
All
that's
the third.
dog there.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I appreciate it. I'm gonna talk with my partner. Okay, I want you to watch your leg here on the door. Okay, Quinn?
But okay, yeah, thank you, Jay. Tell me to stop tripping.
Officer
Girl, I'll
Costi,
start
is
tripping.
that an accurate? Was that video an accurate recording of your interactions with the defendant?
Yes, it was.
Just one moment. Well,
not justification. Room Shake, I got so much P. Diddy stuff I want to catch up and do. I have just been behind this week here. I got a lot going on. Hopefully by the start of next week, I'll be more on track.
You may.
Officer Costi, I'm going to bring something to you. And keep it right up in the evidence back. Give this to you. Do you recognize what I'm handing you right now?
Yes.
What is this?
Which one, Connie, the
This is
female or the
firearm that
male
we pulled out of the
prosecutor?
vehicle
It's
that
two of them.
Quentin Nixon was in.
There go the weapon, y'all.
And that would have been I think at one point there was a comment that it was a Draco.
Yes, my partner, I think, said that.
And what was your partner's name that night?
Officer Jackson.
Mind you, he say he put that gun down his pants because he from the hood. He know how to do
In
it.
that bag, it appears that there's also a clip with some ammunition.
Yes.
Was that loaded in the gun at the time as well?
Yes, it was.
And it looked like on your one video when you were securing the gun, you were actually, when you were securing it, were you actually removing the ammunition?
Yeah, I was trying to clear it of the ammunition so that we could secure it in the back of the cruiser.
Okay. So at the time that you
Connie,
saw this gun and took possession of it and processed it on scene,
hey,
was it
Spicy
initially
Red.
loaded?
Yes,
Thank
it
you
was.
for joining.
And when you spoke with Mr. Nixon, there was comment about other ammunition.
Yes, there was.
Do you recall there being other ammunition in the vehicle?
Yes.
And do you recall where that was?
I believe other officers located it in the trunk of the vehicle that he was in.
Okay. And was that the same ammunition as what's in that bag, or was it different kinds of ammunition?
No, there was actually multiple kinds of ammunition that were found in the vehicle.
Oh, I didn't know that, LeVon. That's interesting. In a book?
And so just to make clear, what we're going to be marking as State's Exhibit 6, that is the firearm that you found in this incident.
Correct, yes.
Take that from you. Thank you. We will mark this as State's Exhibit. Nothing further at this time.
Okay.
Mr. Nixon, any cross-examination?
Baby, let's get into his cross-examination. Okay, so there you have it. We just saw the state directly question the second officer on the stand, but the first officer on the scene directly making contact with the defendant, with her partner, there at the Circle K. They responded to shots fired, and they had a description of the car. So they knew who they was looking for, right? So when they pulled up on the scene, all she needed to see was that big ass gun on the seat. Boom, probable cause. Okay, so that's the direct from this witness, from the state, the prosecutor. Let's get into cross-examination by the defendant himself. Let's not forget, one of the reasons I picked this case is because of the fact that the defendant, Quentin Nixon, has opted to represent himself. He is going pro se. He is his own attorney. Okay? So, we're about to get into, let me take this down one moment. Let's see, where's that? Okay? So, we are about to get into the cross-examination led by the defendant. Okay? regarding this body cam footage. No, let me see. Let's see. And this should be interesting, okay? I'm gonna check out Connie Chung's autobiography too, because even as I stand today, as I live and breathe, one of the best books I've ever read is absolutely Barbara Walters' memoirs, right? That book, almost 1,000 pages, was one of the most interesting reads I've ever read, period, for autobiographies, and I read a lot of them. All right, let me go ahead and pull it up. Oh, it's already up. I'm tripping. I did some new stuff today. Okay, here go the defendant and his cross-examination of this officer. It's got to be a trip to be asked questions about a criminal, huh? Okay, let's see. Let me make it where y'all can see it.
When you initially pulled up on the scene.
Let me rewind it a little bit.
Well, here, I'm just going to read the narrative.
No.
Cross-examination. Let's go.
Vehicle.
Hit the like for me, you guys, if you haven't. I'm sure you have. I'm going to hit mute.
When you initially pulled up on the scene, well, here, I'm just going to read the narrative.
No, you're going to ask questions.
Okay, well, did you see me in the vehicle?
Let me answer Spicy Red. Spicy Red say, what's the title to the part 1 for this trial? I need some content. It say Trial Watch with Demetra, and it say part 1. And I actually have a playlist for it. But if you look on the live, it's one of my lives from yesterday, Spicy Red. Yeah, definitely check out part 1, you guys, if you hadn't seen it.
Yes, we saw you getting out of the vehicle.
On what side of the vehicle?
Driver's side.
How could you see me getting out of the vehicle when you were en route?
When we pulled up to Circle K, we saw you both getting out of the vehicle. Well, we saw you getting out of the driver's side, and whenever I walked up on the passenger side approach, that's where I saw the gun laying across the driver's seat.
The video clearly shows me at the window ordering.
Correct. You had gotten out of the vehicle and walked up to the window with the girl that was in the car with you.
So where were you at? I don't know how far you would have been, because I was already at the window. There was a line, so I would already have been at the window ordering.
So we were westbound on Kenmore Boulevard whenever we got the information that that vehicle and the male that was shooting off the rounds were headed towards the direction of Circle K. So we continued westbound on Kenmore Boulevard, and when we pulled up to the Circle K, that's where we located you in the vehicle.
Right, and in the on your body cam camera footage, as soon as you hopped out of the squad car, you said something to Miss Lamp of the nature, I seen you driving. Correct?
When I initially got out of the vehicle, my vehicle,
Yes, ma'am.
I'd said to my partner to 13 him, as in you.
Correct. And then after that, it shows in the video that you said to Samantha Lamp, the owner of the vehicle, that you seen her driving, and you and her had words briefly.
I believe I asked who else was in the vehicle. She said she was in the vehicle, and then from behind, you could hear you saying that you were driving and she had nothing to do with it. And I said to you, I know you were driving. I don't think I said that directed to her.
Well, in the video, it shows that you were directed to her.
Right. So you've asked her the question. She's testified. So if you have another question, you can ask it. It's up to me to make that determination about what the evidence shows and whether her testimony is consistent.
Right.
Yes,
he want to debate y'all. But he ain't doing too bad so far, I guess, if he going somewhere with this. Let's see. Okay, so the person who's talking to him right now, the brother that with the pink shirt, bald head, that is his court-appointed attorney assistant. Okay, so he appointed this attorney not to act for as the attorney, but to guide him and to assist him regarding court procedures and procedures and certain things about the law. But he is not putting on the case. He is absolutely his own attorney in this. You know, but this guy here is supposed to advise him on court proceedings. And he court appointed.
Your Honor, I will ask to replay the video.
All right, go ahead.
Everybody look and sound like Woody these days. Oh, he got a whole pink suit on. Okay.
I don't know which one that would be.
He know to turn that microphone around. Thank y'all for joining with me on this trial watch. I hope you guys are enjoying it. There is a part 1 posted on yesterday. This is part 2. So right now they're trying to get this footage back up, and you know, each party, they have the same evidence, but they responsible for presenting it themselves. So right now the defense could easily say, the state could easily say, okay, here, we got it, you can play it from here. But they not finna make this easy on him, obviously. Hey, Silky Black, thank you for joining. Good afternoon.
Yeah, normally they had a thing look up.
Baby, that assistant lawyer over there, court appointed, he sure ready for Easter. He's show up in that pink.
Do you have a click share and plugged in, Mr. Perry? Well, that's why it's not going to show up.
Thank you for them hearts in the chat. Now, in the upcoming days that we do this trial watch, I can promise y'all want to keep coming because it's going to get very good. Very good. And interesting on him getting the opportunity to cross-examine the victims. You see how the prosecutor with the bald head right here at the front of the screen, how he looking like, Lord, this gonna be all day long, and they are not trying to assist him.
If I may, Your Honor, this would actually be the incorrect video. That's a.
Yeah. She did nothing wrong. Sorry, it was me. It was all
This is the wrong video.
That was a driver's side video. I just wanted to point out.
Which is Officer Jackson.
Which would be Officer Jackson.
Okay, so now he trying to aid in his assisting him now to tell him he got it wrong. And Connie Chung, I know what you meant by you talk about you saw the opening statement from the female prosecutor. I say she was definitely enunciating and hitting her points, huh? Y'all give him time. You know, I think he's not doing the worst job as his own attorney. I'm pretty sure this line of questioning, he trying to go somewhere. Walk with him now. We're gonna be patient.
It shows it on the right.
It's not like he get to sit in his cell with his computer and put his case together.
This looks like the driver's side.
Unless I'm passing it.
But maybe he do get to go to the jailhouse law library and work on his stuff.
It's labeled different from the one that they showed, Your Honor. So I'm looking for the same label, and it doesn't look like I have that label.
Oh, that's the driver's.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
All right, here we go. We got action.
So.
Hey, Brad, I'm 13 now. We'll have one male in custody at this time. There's a firearm in this vehicle, right?
I was wondering why she got her hand over it, but she doing her walkie-talkie. That's why her hand in front of it like that.
7921. Copy.
Big ass gun just sitting on the seat like it's nothing.
Who's with this dude?
1-5.
Who's with him?
1-5. We're gonna be out.
Yeah, you were driving. I know.
Right there at 140 timestamp, Officer Costley, I don't know, Costy, stated that she was driving the vehicle.
Ask her a question.
Is that not you stating that?
I believe I was speaking to you.
I was already at the.
Ask a question and stop testifying.
Lord have mercy.
Okay. How could you be talking to me if I'm already at the other squad car, your squad car, and your body cam shows that you were speaking with the young lady, Samantha Lamp, and she answered you? Is that not correct?
No.
Can I play it one more time, Your Honor?
Yeah. Baby, he is gonna make this point, okay?
Who's with this dude?
1-5.
Who's with him?
1-5. We're gonna be out.
Yeah, you were driving. I know.
Is that not you stating to her that you were driving?
I was not stating to her. I was stating to you. You stated you were driving in the background, if you can hear in the video.
Okay, I'll play it one more time, and I'll turn it up.
This gonna be a long case.
1-5.
Who's with him?
1-5. We're gonna be out.
Yeah, you were driving. I know. You lean against this car right here for me, and don't.
So
I don't hear. This video clearly shows you answering to her.
Mr. Nixon, ask a question. That's a fact for me to decide.
Yes, ma'am.
Next question, sir.
Once again, I just wanted to know how am I driving the vehicle if I'm at the window, already have ordered. You could have never seen me or visibly seen me driving unless you have me on camera driving.
Child.
What's the question?
How did you see me driving?
Boom.
If I'm at the window.
We did not see you driving the vehicle. We saw you exit the driver's side of the vehicle in the parking lot of Circle K.
So is it safe to say that I may have put something in the vehicle?
Yes.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Handling
Excuse
of a
me.
motor vehicle is technically driving. So if you didn't see me driving, how can you say that I was driving? Like, that makes no sense.
Objection sustained.
This argument.
Wait. I gotta pause it. Hold on.
No further questions, Your Honor.
No further questions.
Mr. Millett,
Thank you, Your Honor.
did you say no?
I know you fucking lied. Not no other questions. Are you serious right now? Are you kidding me right now? So on cross-examination, he asked the sum total of one question of how she know he was driving if he wasn't driving, he was at the window. Lord have mercy. I wanted to pause it though before he said no more questions, because I think at this point in time, when him representing himself, it got the state confused, right? Did y'all see how the state said, objection, Your Honor? Like, he don't even know what to object to. This a mess. Let's continue.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I was coughing.
Oh, no, just a couple of clarifying questions.
Go ahead.
Officer Costi, being that there were questions about your body cam, does your body cam only record what's directly in front of you?
Correct, yes.
So if something is just off to the side, might it not get caught on your body cam?
Yes.
And so when you first got out of your cruiser, do you have any doubt that
Redirect.
Mr. Nixon was the person getting out of the driver's side?
No, I do not.
That part
And then in your interview of him, to your recollection, did he admit to shooting the gun in the street and driving?
Yes, he did.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may step down.
Well, he cleaned that up.
Yes, ma'am.
Call your next witness.
I forgot it's another witness. Oh shit! Did I not get the next witness? Okay. So what we just saw, the most significant thing that we just saw was the body cam footage. Okay. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and play. I thought this clip was longer than that. Let me do this. I have it here, so let me just pull it up. And they finna call this her partner to the stand. Okay, and after the partner testifies and does his cross direct, then I'm gonna stop it, because tomorrow I want us to really get into the first witness that was at the house, okay, where the shooting took place, and that's a long testimony, and it's kind of emotional, and it's real deep, right? So we're gonna do that tomorrow in its totality. So we're gonna go ahead and show this second officer. One moment. And I will be sure each live, after I do the live, to post the link to the playlist on my wall, so you guys can know where to go to catch up on stuff. One moment. I can't believe, I would think with him having plenty of time in that jail cell, I would have thought that he would really have time to sit there and think of some questions, you know, like, oh yeah, I'm going to ask this, and I'm going to ask this, and I'm going to ask this. Or the other jailmates, I would think they would be helping him. You know, like, ask them, did they have probable cause? Ask them, you know, what was the description of the vehicle they saw? Because you remember on the 911 calls, they actually, which Ray was responding to, it was two different descriptions given. One of the 911 callers said it was a silver car. Another one of the 911 callers said it was a gold car. So if I was representing myself, and he got access to all this, I would have said, you know, like, how did you know this car? I don't know. I would have asked some type of question, quite honestly. You know? Let me see here. Let me pull it up. I thought that clip was longer than that, because I had left all that black space. I ain't cut it right. Let's go ahead and get into this part right here. Okay, it's opening up now, y'all. Silky Black say he shouldn't be representing himself. You know, they say a man that has himself as an attorney has a fool for a client. Okay? And also, not only is he representing himself, Silky Black, he also chose to have a bench trial. So he's not even fighting for his case in front of a jury of his peers. He putting all of his fate in the hands of the judge. That's why, if you're wondering why they sitting all so close together like that, it's because it's a bench trial and not a regular jury trial. That's why they all at the table and so close. Okay, so it's opening now on my media player. Let me cut it on. All right. It should show y'all.
Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you
All right,
solemnly
next
swear to
witness.
tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Go ahead and have a seat. Keep your voice up. Please speak into the microphone. You may proceed.
Okay, please state, if you can turn on the microphone, little button with the red dot in front of it. Get it to it. Now blue. Thank you. Can you please state your name for the record, spell your last name?
Officer Hudnall, Hudnall.
Where do you work?
Akron Police Department.
What do you do there?
Patrol officer.
And how long have you been with the Akron Police Department?
Over 10 years now.
And when you first
So this
became
the previous
an
police officer
did you
partner.
go through
He
police
was there
academy?
too.
Yes.
And are you currently a state certified recognized law enforcement officer in Ohio?
Yes.
Other than patrol, have you had any other duties within the police department?
Yes. When I was on light duty, they had me do all the operability tests.
And what do you mean by that?
Basically, I'd take guns, go into a little closet, and shoot them.
And what's the purpose of that?
Make sure the gun actually works.
And for how long did you do that?
I want to say around 6 months.
Okay. And do you recall having occasion in report 2022-6888 doing an operability on a AK-47 style rifle?
Yeah.
All right. First, if I may approach Your Honor.
You may.
I'm going to show you what's previously been marked as State's Exhibit 6. Ask you if you recognize this item.
So that's the AR rifle they got off the front seat.
Yep.
And would that be the weapon involved in this incident?
I would assume so.
You would assume so.
When you do a operability test, what exactly do you do? How do you go about doing that?
So basically, we have like a little room in the bottom of the department. For a rifle such as this, we can't actually fire a whole round because it's too dangerous. We don't have the setup for it. So I take the round out and do a primer test, basically. So you're shooting a round without powder or projectile, and then yes, powder.
Okay.
And then fired into a little container that's got some media that supposedly, if anything does come out of the barrel, it'll catch it and makes it safe. And then if it works, then you write a little report saying it's operable. If it doesn't work, then you say it's not operable.
Okay. So say you were doing, to kind of clarify things, say you were doing you say you don't fire off, say, a full loaded round because of safety issues.
Yes.
So is that because of just the style of weapon?
You could say that it's because of the round that the weapon uses.
Okay. And what about, say, a handgun? Would you test that differently?
Yeah, you actually put like a full round in the pistol. The trap, what we call it, is able to take all pistol calibers, but it can't take rifle rounds.
Okay. And so when you change it up for a rifle round, then what exactly is it you are looking for?
Just operability, to make sure that the primer strikes, the firing pin goes forward, hits the primer ignites, and if there was other stuff in the bullet, all that would go.
Okay.
But
so with the primer there, do you still get any kind of noise or any kind of
yeah, it's like a pop.
Okay. And is that what you did with this particular rifle?
Yes, sir.
And what was the result of that?
It was operable.
Okay. When you are doing an operability test, do you do a report
Yes.
for that? If I may approach, Your Honor.
You may.
I'm going to show you what the mark.
I don't know why the defendant didn't say I object.
Ask you if you recognize
Hold on.
this document.
Right now, if I was doing as my own attorney, I would have been objecting. I would have said, I object, Your Honor. What's your objection? I object to him testifying about this weapon that he has not deemed as the weapon that they would seize at the on their body cam footage. Cause this cop literally, when they asked him, was this the gun in question, he talking about, I assume so. Okay. I would have stopped that whole line. They wouldn't even be getting this far with asking all these questions when he has not even for certainty said this was the gun that they trying to tie to him. I'm just saying, if I was going to be my own attorney.
I do.
And what is this?
This is an evidence report.
And who created this report?
I did.
And would this have been the evidence report created when you did the operability test on this firearm?
Yeah.
And does it accurately reflect the results of the test?
It does.
And what were the results?
That it was operable.
Would you have created this report at the time of the testing? Or soon thereafter?
Yeah, soon thereafter.
Okay. And this was 2 years ago?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how many guns, in your 6 months of doing operability testing, how many firearms do you think you tested?
Hundreds.
And would this test result and report go with the weapon that's currently in your lab?
Well, let me double check here. Yep.
How do you know that?
Just looking at the serial numbers and everything, and comparing the evidence and stuff, the numbers on the tag.
Thank you.
And just for the record, what is the serial number?
The serial number of the weapon, B11765.
And is that the same as the report?
Yep.
And
Okay,
this is
so
the
that's
same
the
report
first-
number 2268888.
Yes.
That's the first time they properly identified that gun, as far as I'm concerned.
Sure.
Any questions, Mr. Nixon?
The C crosses down.
Yes, Your Honor. So your job is to test if firearm is operable, correct?
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
So would you know what the weapon was used for or used in as far as a crime or not?
Nope. I have nothing to do with any of that.
Okay.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay.
You may sit down. Thank you.
He ain't do bad right then. He did not do bad right then on that cross-examination. That
I know. I've just informed the cameraman. Might be beneficial to bring her in the other door.
And this is where we're going to stop for part 2, okay? I want to thank you guys for joining me. We're going to stop right here because the next witness, okay, Miss Steph 219, thank you. And I thank y'all for being here. Y'all can be anywhere, you know? And that's why I try to keep these. I'm going to try to keep them for about around an hour, hour and a half. I don't never want to go more than 2 hours, right? But I am going to stop it right here because the next witness is the owner of the apartment where everything went down. Okay, so we're finna get into some eyewitness testimony tomorrow. It's kind of drawn out. I can already tell you guys while I was getting it ready and preparing the clips and everything. It gets emotional at some points. And so I think it's going to be really, really interesting. So that's what I'm bringing y'all tomorrow. So far, and that's right on time. So I got to go. Thank y'all so much for joining me. This has been great. I hate to run